Hi there, my name is Stephanie Hunt. I'm a solicitor here at Timpson Immigration, and I'm here to talk you through today how to complete a Department of Immigration and Border Protection Form 888. In terms of completing that form from the perspective of having it witnessed and certified, we prefer that all DIPB Form 888s are witnessed by a Justice of the Peace. However, you'll find on page 1 a list of prescribed persons who are able to certify or witness such DIPB Form 888s in lieu of a Justice of the Peace. Those include a medical practitioner, an optometrist, a pharmacist, or a physiotherapist, amongst a range of other persons. It's also important to note that the person who is witnessing your DIPB Form 888 will also need to certify a copy of a relevant identity document as well as any other attachments to that Form 888, which I'll explain to you in further detail in a moment. Turning therefore to the form itself, in terms of how to complete that form, you'll note that you are able to handwrite in English using block letters to complete the relevant questions within that DIPB Form 888. Alternatively, if you are so computer minded and you have the relevant software package to enable you to do so, you can type your answers directly into that form before printing it off for certification purposes. Taking you through the Form 888 itself, you'll see from that document that you're asked to provide details of yourself, including your family name and any given names, as well as your residential address, your occupational qualification, and a contact phone number. It's really important that you complete this section of the form as accurately as possible, as by completing the DIPB Form 888, you are actually making a legal declaration under the Statutory Declarations Act 1959. Additionally, the department may also contact you on any phone numbers that you provide with a view to asking you questions about your statutory declaration in due course. In terms of completing points 1 and 2 of the DIPB Form 888, you need to provide the family and given names of the visa applicant as well as his or her partner, fiancé, or spouse. You're also asked to provide an indication in terms of how long you've known each of those persons, bearing in mind that the visa applicant will be the person applying for the visa, and their partner, fiancé, or spouse will be the Australian citizen or permanent resident sponsoring them for the purpose of this visa application. Point 3 on the form, you're asked to state how you know the visa applicant and his or her partner, fiancé, or spouse, as well as to indicate how often you've been in contact with them. In terms of completing that section of the form, you may find it useful to first indicate when it was that you first met the visa applicant by listing the month and year, as well as the day if you're aware of that information, and how it is that you came to meet them, whether that was in person or through electronic communication such as Skype, or even whether that was from his or her partner, fiancé, or spouse telling you about the existence of that person. Obviously, if you've never met the visa applicant on a face-to-face basis or in person, it's going to be really important that you articulate to the department in that part of the form how it is that you know the visa applicant. In that same part of the Form 888, you're also asked to indicate how often you've been in contact with the visa applicant. In providing such an answer, you may choose to indicate that you've been in frequent communication with them since first meeting, whether that's on a face-to-face basis or, again, through the use of Skype communications or any equivalent methods. Alternatively, the case may be that you've only met the visa applicant once and then have since been in contact with them on a monthly or semi-regular basis, perhaps catching up at family or social events with mutual friends once every few months since then, or whatever the case may be in the circumstances. If you could list any specific events that occurred on relevant dates that you can recall, that would be helpful. At point 4 of the DIPB Form 888, you're asked to state whether you believe the relationship of the visa applicant and his or her partner, fiancé, or spouse to be genuine and continuing, as well as to give reasons for your belief. Obviously, in terms of what information you provide in this section must be your actual and genuine answer to the first question initially. That is, do you believe the relationship between the visa applicant and his or her partner, fiancé, or spouse is a genuine and continuing one? From there, you're asked to provide reasons why that is your belief. Such information may be because you see them on a regular basis and are able to witness from their interactions that they are genuinely in love with one another. You may also be aware of their plans for the future together. Have you had discussions with the visa applicant and his or her partner, fiancé or spouse about their plans for the future together? If so, what do you know of that? Do they want to get married, have children, or perhaps own property together one day?